Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn and today I am bringing you a video that has been sitting on my hard drive for probably over a year. I will let past me explain the project, however I wanted to give a little preface because clearly my camera presence is very different and also, I don't know, it's just very different to how I make my videos now. So I just wanted to give that little forewarning and also say hello because I didn't do that back then. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this week's project. I want to do a project. I've recently been getting into a lot more sustainable products, trying to be a little bit more eco-friendly as we start our life in our new apartment. And I've been looking up a lot of things that I can make myself. And one thing that came to mind was a produce bag, because something that I really want to try to do, especially this summer, is start going to local farmers markets and just other little stands in nearby places to pick up some local food. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. I found a free pattern online and I made a mock-up out of this very thin baby blanket yarn that I had. And this is how it turned out. I like the design, but I definitely want to tweak it a little bit. First of all, I need to use a different yarn. I definitely need to use a slightly thicker, heavier yarn just for the size, honestly, like to make it a little bit sturdier and just a little bit larger. I want to change the pattern a little bit because I'm not fully in love with how it came out, but I like the general design and I really like the drawstring element. So what I'm going to do is try to kind of change this and turn it into my own pattern and my own design a little bit based on what I'm looking for. I've looked at a lot of different patterns just for ideas, a lot of different designs just for ideas, but I also just kind of have like an idea in my head that I had from the start. So I think I'm gonna kind of build it off of the building blocks of this, but I'm gonna make it a little different. I definitely want to add some sort of straps or handles to the bag, but I think I want to keep some sort of drawstring element to it and make it bigger, because I just feel like if you're going to like a farmer's market or something and you're picking up produce and bread and things from all different stands, you want to have enough space in your bag to carry things. It has to be sturdy enough to carry things. So that's kind of what I have in mind. I think I'm going to try to use this green yarn. This is left over from last year's Ren Fair costume. I thought I was going to use more of this and I did not use a ton of it. And I kind of figured I don't have another specific project in mind for it, so I think I'm going to try this because this feels very farmer's market-y.
Sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
Hello and welcome to day 2. I've been working on this a lot more than I thought I had. I don't even know what the last bit is that I recorded, so if this looks a lot different, I apologize for not recording that. I'm finally getting it to a point where it's starting to, as I keep saying, bag up. It's starting to kind of curl up as opposed to just being a big flat piece, but I'm starting to wonder if I've made this too large now. I thought that my prototype was too small, and so I kind of overcompensated for that by adding a lot more stitches in my plan, but I didn't really factor in that I'm using a thicker yarn than I used for my prototype, so it's rather large. But I will say this is more of what I had in mind. I wanted like a bigger, slouchier kind of bag. I liked the drawstring element of the one I made earlier, and that wasn't really something I had in mind originally, but I want to incorporate that in this. But in general, I wanted, yeah, like a bigger bag with handles on it. You can kind of throw a bunch of different things in here, and I definitely feel like it needed the heavier yarn just for support. So we'll see. We're going to see if this actually works. If not, I'll take it apart. I really don't want to, but it's trial and error, especially for me. Like, I'm very much an amateur with this kind of thing. I've only really come up with one other pattern before, and that was for the bucket hat. This one's a little bit more complicated, at least for me right now, but I'm hopeful that it'll turn out the way I want it to, and then I can make more of them. And I'm hoping that this is just a part of the process in which you just have to trust that it's going to work out in the end, but we'll see.
Never the same. Never you calling my name. I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand. I know you always understand. Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
Hello. It is now day 3, I think, of working on this. This is the update. I basically have the bag portion done. I've got a pretty nice border around the top. And then last night I figured out how I wanted to do the strap. So I have one strap done. So all I have to do is add another strap on the other side of the bag. And then I want to make a cord, like a drawstring cord. And I think I'm going to do that in an off-white color if I have some of that yarn left, because I don't want everything to be green. I like this green, but like the more I look at it, I'm like, it needs something to kind of break it up a bit. So I think I'm going to do the cord in that off-white because it'll just peek through on some of the pieces. So yeah, we'll see. Once I do that, we can test the final product and see how it came out. bag probably over a year ago now. I like it. I have gotten a lot of use out of it so far. I use it every time we go to the local farmer's market. I filled this thing up with like a loaf of bread and bottles of hot sauce and just like really filled this thing, and it just stretches and it hasn't fallen apart. It's been pretty sturdy. I used it at the Ren Fair when my purse broke, so that was super handy. We even used it when we went to Boston. I carried snacks to the hotel in this. Overall, I think my design was pretty good, and my actual crocheting must have been pretty good because, like I said, it hasn't fallen apart. It seems pretty good. I've even washed it. I just throw it in the washer in the regular dryer. Even like the little plastic bead and stuff is all fine, so you know, I feel pretty good about this. I did end up making a second one of these in blue. That was a gift for my mom last Mother's Day in 2025. Again, it's been a while. And then I actually made a third one to put in my inventory for craft shows. I accidentally used the wrong pattern because I flipped to the wrong page of my notebook. So it's not quite the exact same thing, but it is similar. And I might make another one of my actual design as well. But, you know, in general, if I see interest in that at my shows, I would be happy to make more of these because I think that they're really nice. I think it's really helpful. I think it's really cute. Yeah, I'm so sorry that this video has taken me well over a year to make for some reason when all I needed to do was film an outro and show you the finished product. But we're here now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. You can also leave me a comment down below on what you think of this bag and whether or not this is something you think that you would use in your life. If you're interested in things like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. I do all sorts of craft projects. I bake, I vlog, I paint, and I'm even getting into gaming. So if you're interested in anything I just said, make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for whatever pops up on my channel next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!